Thinking Byzantine here, and today we're going to talk about stock splits. And now, before we get into this video, I'd like to say I'm not a financial advisor. This is all from me, like what I know about stock splits. And basically, if you want more in-depth knowledge on stock splits, I suggest doing your own research because I'm not a professional in the financial field, and that's it, really. So let's jump right in. So we're going to be using Google as our example on a stock split. So Google is doing a 2021 stock split. They had awesome earnings. They're up over 8% in after hours. And their share price is close to $3,000 a stock to 2,991 cents. So great earnings overall. Revenue's up 41%. Net income's up 68%. I guess this is from 2021. I guess Google has themselves have not updated their own earnings, but in any case, it's a slam dunk earning. As we can see here, revenue traffic's up and all that, yada yada. Now, what does Google have to do with stock splits? Well, as you already know from what I said earlier, or if you've seen the news lately, Google's doing a 20-for-1 stock split. So a stock split is basically like this. You get one stock, like let's say you hold one Google stock, and then when the stock split happens, now you have 20 Google stock. The price of the shares would be this right here, 2,990 divided by 20, and that's the new share price of a Google stock. So nothing really changes fundamentally about a company in a stock split. Just the amount of shares change, and the price of per share changes in a stock split. So what are the benefits of a stock split? I guess it makes it easier for people to buy a stock, as they don't have to shovel out $3,000 for an Alphabet stock, but there's platforms that allow you to buy partial shares now these days, so that's a bit moot. The real benefit to a stock split, I guess, is how it affects options. And for me, we'll start with the simple stuff, or I guess the stuff I use, which is covered calls and cash covered puts. So what are these two types of options? So for covered call, you have to own 100 shares. This right here is important. And then you sell a call option on those 100 shares. And if, let's say, the price of the stock goes higher than the strike price of the call you sold, your stock will get called away at that price, and typically you earn a premium for selling the contract. And now for a cash covered put, so you sell an out of money put, and you set aside the money needed to be exercised. So let's say you sold a $10 put on a stock, and the price of the stock goes to $9.50. Then you'll get the exercise and you'll buy 100 shares at the $10 price. Also, you get a premium when you sell a cash covered put. So what does a stock split do for us? Well, it makes it easier to sell cash covered puts and covered calls on this, as if we use the original price of Google based on these after hours prices, you need around $300,000, because you need 100 shares worth of capital to sell a covered call. Or if you're trying to sell a cash covered put, let's say you're selling at 2,800 put, you're still going to need $280,000, which is a lot of money. You could buy a house with that, or several cars. You could do a lot of stuff with nearly $300,000. Now, with this 20-to-1 split, the capital requirements to sell cash covered puts or covered calls is a lot lower. You only need $15,000, which is a lot more reasonable than selling covered calls and cash covered puts with using $300,000. So it just lowers the capital requirements. It makes the options more liquid as option prices become cheaper as well. So basically, if you're an options trader or you like selling options, uh, this is good news for you, especially if you're interested in running option strategies on Google, like the wheel is the classic example where you first sell a cash covered put, and then when you get exercise, you start selling calls, and then once the price of the stock goes up and you get exercised, you sell a put. So that's the wheel. And yeah, that's basically it. There's some other examples of stock splits that have been done in the past. More famous ones like the Tesla stock split from a few years back, I believe, 2020 or was it 2021? It's been a while actually. It's a 5-for-1. A lot of hype about that stock split. But in any case, tell me what's your guys' opinion on the stock split and Google's earnings. Personally, I haven't really done much research on Google as a company, but I do technically own Google through an ETF. So just let me know your guys' opinions down in the comment section below. This is Thinking Byzantine, and have a good day.